Hello friends, this is the extension of the previous video. In this video, we are going to see how to pass parameters from Jenkins to your test automation suite. Below are the steps we are going to discuss in this video. How to add parameters to your build, which means to your job. And then how to pass parameters through a Maven goal. Then how to accept parameters in pom.xml. And then the last step, how to access parameters in your test case, which means inside the test case. You are passing it from the Jenkins and then you are accessing it inside your test case. We are going to see now. Okay, this is the test job we created in the previous video. Let's go to the job configuration, click on configure. Under the general section, you can see this project is parameterized. Select the checkbox to add the parameters. Have an option add parameter. Click that. You can see the different types of parameters available. These are the parameters you can provide it from Jenkins. Boolean parameter, choice, and then credential parameter, file parameter, and the string parameter. These are the different parameters available, but most frequently we use a Boolean, choice, credential, password parameter, and the string parameter. Now we are going to pick few and we'll see how we can make it happen. I'm going to select a Boolean parameter. Let's give a name as, if you want to instruct your automation suite to pick a snapshots or not. You can give a name snapshot. The default value, if I check this, the default value would be always true. So I'm not going to check this. Okay, you can give the description. This is to enable or disable the screenshots flag. I'm going to add the next one. Let's say a choice parameter. Let's take an example of a browser. In which browser you wanted to run this suite. Let's have a few options. Chrome, Firefox, IE, and then you can give a description. Okay, let's add one more parameter. Which one we can pick? Okay, let's take a string parameter. It's going to be a suite, or we can give it as tag name. It would be, let's assume you want to execute a smoke suite. You want to pass a parameter. It's just for a string parameter. I picked a smoke, but this could be a choice in practical, since you can be having like a smoke or a sanity or a regression. There are different options you need to provide. But for this demo purpose, let us assume the tag name is a string parameter, which is a smoke. Okay, let's apply these config changes. Okay, they are saved now. Once you add these parameters, click save. And instead of a build, you can see a build with parameters, because this build requires a parameters. If you click this build with parameters, you would be displayed with all these options, the parameters. One is a snapshot, whether you want to enable or disable. You need to select this. And then a browser, it's a drop-down choice parameter. You can pick either Chrome or Firefox or IE. And then the tag name, you can change this tag name at any time, since these are all editable. Smoke, something like this. Let it be smoke. Now I'm going to the configuration section again. This is the first step. We added parameters to our build. Next one, how to pass parameters through a Maven goal. Since this is a Maven project, let's go to a build step. Yes, this is our build step and how to pass these parameters to your POM. As you know, you need to follow the same syntax, space, hyphen, D, and you can give a name. Okay, first one is enable snapshots. Let me give some meaningful name. Screenshots. What is the parameter I'm going to assign to these screenshots? This is the parameter name. Only with this snapshot, you would be able to pass the value. How you will pass? You need to give a dollar and then provide this name, the parameter name. If you want to pass multiple parameters, give a space as a delimiter. Give a space, again follow the same hyphen D. The next one is going to be a browser. Is equal to what is my parameter name for the browser? It's just a browser. I'm going to give that dollar browser. Again, we need to pass a one more parameter. I just give a space. So tag name hyphen D tag. Okay, that's all. This is how you need to pass these parameters to the pom.xml. Now, once you pass these parameters from the Jenkins, we need to accept these parameters in the pom.xml. So your job configuration is done. You added a parameters and you are passing the parameters to the pom.xml. Let's save this job. Let's go to our demo project. Since we have seen this is our pom.xml, this is the third step, how to accept parameters in pom.xml. As I shown you, there are two plugins I configured. One is Maven Surefire plugin and Maven compiler plugin. You need to read the properties under the Maven Surefire plugin. Let's see. System property variables. You need to add. Under that, you can add the attributes. They are like, assume you are giving screenshots. Okay, let's go to our job and we'll have the proper name. Go to your job, go to the build section where you are passing the values, the parameters. You can use the same name like this. And how would you accept the parameters? Need to use a dollar and a flower bracket. Inside that, provide the exact parameter name. You can give these attribute names anything, but for easy reference, I'm giving the same name. The same way we are passing two more parameters. Let's copy paste. What are they? Other one is a browser. This is a tag. Okay. Let's format this. Okay. Now we just added a system property variables under the Maven Shopware plugin. With this, I can say this third step is completed. How to accept parameters in pom.xml. Now, the parameters are being passed from Jenkins to pom.xml. The next step, the important step, how to access parameters in test case. Let's go to our test case. It's a sample demo test we created. Let's try to print the parameters. This out. Need to accept system dot get property. Pass the key. What is the key? Screenshots is a boolean, browser is a choice, tag is a string parameter. I'm going to give this. Let's copy this line and next one is choice parameter. What is the choice? Is a browser. The other one is boolean. That is a screenshots. Perfect. We are done with all the required 4 steps. Now, if you run from the Jenkins, this test will get picked up and this is going to print whatever the values we passed from the Jenkins. Let me update the Maven project. Okay, there are no errors on the project now. Let's go to Jenkins. Save this. Let's click build with parameters. Assume I'm going to pass a Firefox. It's a smoke. And now I'm going with a false. I'm not selecting this checkbox. Let's run this. You can see here, this is the goal set to the pom.xml. Something is wrong here. Let me find out. Let me use a clean test. Still something is wrong. Unknown lifecycle phase is equal to false. You must specify a valid lifecycle phase or a goal in the format plugin prefix goal. Okay, let me bring this out from this config. Okay, I got the solution for this. I'll show you. Go to the configuration. At this goals and options, I have given a space earlier. This is treating it as a new parameter. So avoid giving a space. No space should be given. Save this. And inside the form XML, I didn't change anything. I kept the system property variables inside the configuration. Everything as it is, except a space in the Maven goals and options. Now we are going to run this. This is false. This is Firefox and smoke. Let's see, the build is running now. You can see what is running, form.xml, clean test. These are the parameters. Okay, perfect. This has executed successfully. The build is success. But if you notice, this is a string parameter. Instead of a smoke, this print a tag name. There is something wrong. We need to fix that. And this is a choice parameter. Whatever the Firefox we have selected, it's been printed. This is fine. And the Boolean parameter is false. Now let's fix this one. Instead of the value, why the key is getting displayed here? Let's go to a job, configure. We missed a dollar sign here. Okay, if you add the dollar sign, instead of a tag name, it will go the value of the specific parameter. The value will go. If there is no dollar sign, the tag name will be going as a parameter. Okay, let's save this. Now I'm going to run it again by enabling the checkbox, selecting an IE and the smoke. This time the boolean should be true, browser should be IE, and tag name should be smoke. Let's run and see. It's running now. Perfect. The string parameter is displayed as smoke, choice parameter is IE, and the boolean parameter is true. This is how we need to pass a parameter or a value from Jenkins to a test suite. I hope you understand how to pass a parameter now. That's all. This is the end of this video, and please ask me if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you.